Your car might be trying to tell you something. Not about a service light, not about an oil change, but about the very future of the company that made it. Some automakers are quietly bleeding money. Some have lost the spark that once made them icons. And some, they're trapped in a past the market has already abandoned. From luxury legends fading into the shadows to mainstream names fighting for survival, these are 10 car brands that could disappear faster than you ever imagined. Strap in! The story behind your driveway could be far darker than you think. Starting with number 10, Lincoln, the forgotten American luxury. Lincoln once stood for prestige. Presidents rode in them, but today, the brand is struggling to stay relevant. Models like the Aviator and Nautilus are solid, but not exceptional. Younger luxury buyers are choosing BMW, Mercedes, or Lexus instead. Reliability issues also continue to haunt the brand, from suspension failures to electrical problems. Add to that a shrinking dealership network, and you get a fading icon. Unless Lincoln reinvents itself fast with bold electric models, it could quietly disappear. 9. Infiniti. Once bold, now barely breathing. There was a time when Infiniti stood confidently beside Lexus and BMW, offering sporty designs and a futuristic edge. That era is long gone. Over the last decade, Infiniti has seen its sales collapse, forcing many standalone dealerships to close or merge into Nissan stores just to stay afloat. The brand's lineup has shrunk, and the remaining models feel outdated, lacking the freshness and innovation that once set Infiniti apart. Even the brand's long-promised electric future seems endlessly delayed, with concepts and plans constantly shifting. Instead of moving forward, Infiniti feels stuck in neutral. And in a competitive market, standing still is the same as falling behind. Without dramatic reinvention, the brand's future looks extremely uncertain. 8. Buick, still stuck in the past. Buick has spent years trying to outrun its reputation as a brand for older drivers, but the label clings to it stubbornly. Despite updated designs and modern interiors, younger buyers simply aren't showing interest, leaving Buick with a small and shrinking customer base. Most of its current SUVs share their bones with Chevrolets, making the brand feel more like a lightly upgraded version of something cheaper rather than a true premium alternative. That puts Buick in a no-win position. Too pricey for budget shoppers, not refined enough for luxury buyers. If GM ever decides to streamline its operations or cut weaker performers, Buick is one of the most likely names to be retired. 7. Genesis. Luxury that's still finding its voice. When Genesis burst onto the scene, it promised elegance, cutting-edge tech, and accessible luxury. On paper, it sounded perfect. In reality, luxury isn't just about sleek design or fancy screens, it's about status, feeling, and image. And here, Genesis struggles. Many buyers still see it as Hyundai, in a fancy suit, rather than a true competitor to BMW or Mercedes. Recurring reliability issues, like stalling engines and failing fuel pumps, only worsen the brand's credibility. Selling most models through Hyundai dealerships further dilutes the premium aura. Without a bold identity and a focus on quality, Genesis risks fading from early promise into quiet obscurity. 6. Mitsubishi. From rally king to ghost brand. The Lancer evolution once tore through rally stages like a beast unleashed, thrilling fans and crushing competitors. Now, Mitsubishi barely makes a ripple. Its lineup is dominated by bland SUVs that vanish in traffic. Sales are plunging, dealerships are closing, and scandals, fuel economy lies and recall cover-ups have scarred the brand. Without Nissan's support, Mitsubishi could already be extinct. The roar is gone, the excitement is gone, and so is the legend. 5. Chrysler, America's once mighty icon on life support. Chrysler once symbolized American luxury. The 300 sedan was its crown jewel. Now it's gone, leaving only the Pacifica minivan to battle Toyota and Kia. A planned electric SUV revival fizzled in 2024, and Stellantis hints the brand may not survive past 2026. Years of recalls, quality problems, and dealer frustrations have eroded prestige. The once proud American Titan is racing against the clock and losing. 4. Nissan, lost in corporate chaos. Nissan once ruled streets with models like the Maxima and 350Z, combining style, performance, and reliability. Today, corporate turmoil and scandal have left it directionless. The 2018 CEO arrest sent shockwaves that still haunt the company. Key models have disappeared, EV development lags, and loyal fans are defecting. Billions have vanished on failed projects. Without a dramatic turnaround, Nissan risks fading from the world stage. 3. Lucid Motors, the Tesla challenger, hanging by a thread. Lucid promised the Tesla killer, sleek, futuristic EVs with over 500 miles of range. But the reality is harsh. Nearly $3 billion was lost last year alone. Production delays, software glitches, and supply chain chaos plague the brand. Even Saudi investment can't fully stop the financial bleeding. Its SUV, the Gravity, remains delayed, and customers are frustrated with service and reliability. Lucid isn't dead yet, but it's fighting for survival, hanging by a thread. 2. Fisker, when electric dreams crash. Fisker promised the world a stylish, affordable EV for everyone, the Ocean SUV. But instead of a smooth ride into the future, owners hit a wall of problems. Cars losing power, doors refusing to open, software updates that never arrived. By 2024, Fisker was drowning in debt, filing for bankruptcy. Again, thousands of owners were left stranded with cars they couldn't fix, couldn't sell, and couldn't rely on. Fisker's rise and fall is a harsh warning. Not every EV dream survives reality. 1. Canoo, hype collides with hard truth. Canoo looked unstoppable. NASA contracts, Walmart orders, investors throwing money like confetti. It seemed like the future had arrived. But behind the scenes? Poor management, production nightmares, and failed funding deals tore the company apart. By 2025, Canoo declared bankruptcy, leaving empty factories, angry customers, and employees suddenly out of work. This is what happens when hype outruns reality. Final thoughts. So, what do all these fallen brands have in common? Legacy, hype, or flashy designs mean nothing if the company forgets the basics. Listening to customers, innovating constantly, and adapting to change. Brands like Chrysler, Mitsubishi, and Lincoln prove that decades of poor decisions can catch up, no matter how storied the name. If this breakdown hits you hard, smash that like button, share it with fellow car enthusiasts, and subscribe.